I don't know if we could do anybody. I thought we just do players that are playing now.
You asked me to do current players, yeah? So I've done like 10 current players and 2 old players. Chill out, bro.
Cunt, man.
He's just afraid he's not going to get them. Welcome back to the podcast.
Are we on? Are we on?
Yeah. Happy 2024.
Welcome back. It's been a while.
Haven't been here for a while.
Yeah.
Reece had a procedure that he needed to get done, so that's why we haven't been here for a while.
Yeah. I've had to get back surgery from carrying the podcast.
But no, it's good to be back.
Yeah.
I feel like we were only saying in the car on the way out. I feel like there's so much to talk about. I can't think about what we should talk about. Do you know that way? I know.
I escaped our whole bad run of form.
Yeah,
Literally the whole
did,
thing.
to be fair. I think the predictions went in the bin as well.
Which prediction?
I can't remember.
Oh, we can't remember. Jesus.
We can start fresh for you. We'll start fresh for you.
That's what you want.
But yeah, we'll start with Arsenal, I suppose, will we? Last time we were here, you were on top of the league, top form.
Since we last recorded, Arsenal became like the favourites to win the league, and now I've dropped to 4th. Yeah.
She's
what? When our form dropped and we hadn't won, what was like 1 win in 5.
I know, to be fair, I know where he's coming from. Like the bookies, they probably weren't favourite.
Like in general, everyone was kind of like, if you're looking at Arsenal
you
now,
was our favourites now on the bookies.
Yeah, we are.
Like, if you look at the percentages, like something like 60% City, 40%, like 30-something percent Liverpool, and then we've got like a 5.
Yeah.
It's always changing though. Do you know what I mean? I'm more just talking about like that period in like November, December when our form completely dropped, and Arsenal were kept on winning, and you went and you started kind of not breaking away a bit, but you were the only team that were winning every week, and then it just all.
You need a striker. It's just still, it's just so
certain strikers ban is done today.
FFP. You won't get him.
FFP is just not good, is it? Like it just actually isn't. When you like,
I like it. It's more like a football manager, but
it does, but it also like it stops a lot of clubs from building on what they've already built. What?
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, we were one of the clubs that voted against it. Do you know what I mean?
Voted against FFP.
Voted against FFP.
Yeah, of course you did.
Yeah, but like, look at how many clubs are gonna struggle now. Like Everton, if they get another points reduction, they're gone.
Yeah.
Forest, if they get a points reduction, they're gone as well.
Yeah, but
Newcastle,
like,
all the injuries they have.
I just think it's like it's 6 of one, half dozen the other. Because if there's no FFP, you, Chelsea, Liverpool, Arsenal, whoever you want, get to spend as much as they want. The smaller clubs, no matter how much they make, they can still only spend X amount. If they get an investor, more than likely the investor, unless it's like fucking oil money or it's an American big huge brand, they're not gonna have that much money. But you know what I mean? Like it's only shit for like the likes of Newcastle.
Yeah, like they're at like
it's not shit for
Newcastle and like even Everton. They got their new own and they can't spend money. They're not allowed to spend money. Do you know what I mean? Like even Villa for a few years when their owners came in, they're some of the richest owners in the whole world. But they come in, they try and help the club, and they can't because they're not allowed. Do you know what I mean? Like Newcastle now, they're getting all these injuries. These injuries, right? And they're struggling. It's come to January and they can't spend a penny because they don't have it. If they want to spend money, they have to sell players. And who are the only teams in the league that can buy them players? It's the big six. So to me, it kind of feels like FFP is put in place to keep the big six as the big six.
I get what you're saying,
and for that to never change.
But at the same time, it kind of opens up the world a little bit more to buying a player that's not in the limelight all the time.
Yeah,
like a player that's like 15 mil that plays for whoever, and then that's how like players at the likes of Brighton and stuff like that are getting their chances, which I kind of like.
No, 100%. Yeah,
no,
it has its good things and its bad things, but I feel like we're coming around now, kind of seeing the part of it, the bad side of it now. Because if everything go down over it, it's pocky, like, do you know what I mean? Especially for them if they're finally after having a good season, like, do you know what I mean? Yeah. They're finally actually kind of turning the tide, and they're gonna go down now when they turn the tide after having 2 shit seasons on the bounce where they did it on the last day of the season or something. They stood up, and now they kick on. They should be 12th now in the league, and they might go down now.
Yeah, like out of all the clubs that you would think are straddling that line of like being onside or offside with FFP, you wouldn't look at everything and be like, other than the stadium, but apparently you can write that off as whatever.
That's a different expense, yeah.
Ground
and it's like
sport.
you're on, like
Forest I can understand.
Yeah.
Not that I can understand, but when Forest were doing all them madness of transfers, I was like,
it's a bit dodgy.
This is weird, bro. It's like FIFA. It's
Yeah.
like they're playing FIFA.
But like
Bought
yeah,
21 players or
Everton don't sign anybody.
Yeah,
they don't
sign,
spend money.
They don't really sign anyone
and
that's
now they could get relegated for breaking financial fair play, but it just doesn't seem right. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. No,
And
it doesn't
it's been
seem right
abused
to be
as well,
fair. Huh?
It's also being abused.
Yeah.
Yeah, the likes of Chelsea. Like,
That's
the way, well, I don't know if it's happening, but like Conor Gallagher and all them.
yeah.
But like, that's just like, he's an, like Chelsea are, we all know they're not doing great this season. But
Yeah.
there are a few bright sparks, like Conor Gallagher doing
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah,
But
yeah.
I believe in their best
I think
player.
I think on paper FFP makes a lot more sense because it encourages to grow your academy players.
Yeah.
So you know if you do end up selling them on, it's not cost off the player. It's just straight profit. You know the way. I think on paper it sounds really good, but
Yeah.
then like that with Chelsea and stuff exploiting certain loopholes, and then I think it goes down as well to just clubs not being like financially tuned in. Like
Yeah.
obviously they've got financial directors and stuff like that, but to compete at that level, like yous have done it for years, like it's not really breaking the rules. I suppose there's charges up on City or whatever, but I'm sure if it comes to it, a lot of them charges will be written off because there'll be certain loopholes that people would have used, and that's legal. You know that way, like. So I just think it's down to clubs being like just not tuned in financially and like maybe putting something up as an expense that could have been written off as, or you know.
I feel like it just keeps things how they are.
Yeah.
Nothing really changes with FFP.
Yeah.
With the league, like we're always gonna have the same 6 clubs that are in and around. Do you know what I mean? It's not really changing. Like, let's say if FFP wasn't a thing and Leicester had that great spell, it would have been able to continue. But because they win the league and they get into the Champions League, but then 2 years later, that's gone. Do you know what I mean? And then they can't build on the great success that they had now they're in the Championship. Do you know what I mean?
It's
Like,
mad to think about. Like, I
they-
never really deep to
they
that.
couldn't build on their success because of the club that they are. Do you know what I mean? The size of the stadium they have, the size of the club that they have. Do you know what I mean? There's not that much money actually coming into Leicester. So Leicester, who won the league, could, like, if it wasn't for FFP, because their owners had money, them Chinese owners had money, they could have spent more money and built on what they have.
Yeah, but they lost their money as well. The owners, they lost it they were cryptocurrency,
Yeah,
weren't
yeah,
they?
yeah.
They lost a lot of it in cryptocurrency, apparently.
But even before that, do you know what I mean? When they were.
But was
on-
FFP a thing? When,
FFP's been a thing for a long time, yeah.
But it's I know it's always been around in somewhat of a sense, but like I think the new the marketing of FFP, everyone knows what FFP is now. Like I think like fans are having to do a lot more looking at who they've bought, who they've sold, how much they should have left over, how much the winnings were, and I think it just takes away from the football because as much as we're saying FFP protects the big six or whatever, like there's people in my family that are Villa fans, yeah, and for years like they've just not enjoyed football. You know the way, like, yeah, they go to games and they enjoy when they sign a decent lad, but they're not competing at a certain level, especially if they don't go championship. Like, you know, like the likes of like who won the championship last season? Burnley.
100 points.
So like you're a Burnley fan, you went from last season getting the enjoyment of winning the league, lifting a trophy, to come into the Premier League to be one of the worst sides there. It's like you're not getting a lot of enjoyment. Where if you're like a Palace, Villa, Everton, it's just a constant. We're staying in the league.
That's what it can't
But at
ever
the same
change.
time,
Like, do you know what I mean?
Villa are up there this season.
Yeah, no.
So like, as
100
much as FFP is happening, I think they've spent wisely. They brought in the right recruitment at the right stages, and I think football just needs to change in terms of employment on the board side and stuff like that.
I also feel like there's only so far you can go with like what Villa are doing, what Brighton are doing. Not really what Newcastle are doing, because there's that heavy sense of investment behind it. It's like big, but like you've seen it. Like you can see it kind of even with West Ham. They got right up. Even now they're just kind of starting to not fade away, but you can see it starting to trickle out of it. Like Burnley at one point were in the Europa League Wolves at one point were getting shouts for getting Champions League. Even Sheffield United at one. Do you know what I mean? And straight away the season after they are not able to build on what they done on the pitch the season before because of FA. Do you know what I mean? That's it's more that sort of thing.
Sometimes like it takes like, especially if you're bringing a club like that from one stage to another stage, like you're trying to grow, it could take like 10-15 years to turn it around. Like Wrexham now obviously got an investment. The investment that they got for where they were was huge. It was colossal. Yeah. But in terms of like football as a whole, they're a minnow in football, the big game. Yeah, literally. Even though they've got 2 consecutive promotions, like they look like they might get promoted again. Is it 2 or 1? It's looking like the second one anyway now. Like they could stay at League One for 5 seasons before they get enough fans, enough growth behind them to then be able to break the threshold of going into the Championship, and then they could be at the Championship for 7 seasons before they break the threshold of going into the Premier League. So it takes a long time to grow a club, and I think especially with new age football, you just constantly look at what did we do last season, want to do better, but like. It's like anything, like sometimes shit don't work like that, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. But like, I have to say though, like if you look at the league, the Prem, like for as long as we've been following it, it's always been 4 teams. Yeah. And now it's become a big 6.
It's the big 6. It went from top 4 to big 6. Yeah.
And now we've got the top 8 now is becoming competitive. Yeah. Even if we go down to 10.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it is like the battle for mid-table is it's strong, you know what I mean?
I think that comes with the popularity of the Premier League, though. Yeah, Premier League 100%. Now is considered the best league in the world, and every good player wants to play there. Like, it doesn't matter how big a club you're playing at in anywhere else in Europe, they all want to just play in the Prem. Yeah, you've seen like even last year, like I know it was only a loan, but Navas going to Forest, that's mental. Like, Navas is like Navas was considered one of the best for a long time, like at Real Madrid and then at PSG. And he's at Forest. Like Forest were only fresh in the league as well. Like,
it's weird, mad, isn't it? You see players like that making certain moves, and then or even like just being linked with certain teams, and then they go to
like Ansu Fati going to
Brighton. Yeah,
like Brighton are a good team, but
still, Brighton are a good side, but like it's a bit mad.
Yeah, it's a bit Brighton. Not that's about like obviously when you look at what Brighton have done, fair.
And obviously that's credit to Brighton as well.
100%.
Like doing what they're doing, but. It's just I think the Premier League, I think football in general is where it's at a weird state. Like obviously everything happening with Saudi, and now you're looking at a lot of players wanting to get out of Saudi. Yeah. Prem is just shook up with this FFP.
Yeah. Wasn't there talks of the Super League back again over the break?
Yeah. But they got shut down. They got shut down.
Shut down again.
Yeah,
that was like active for like a week or so. And then
I think the like with the Prem teams, anyways. I think they know like the whole league fell apart as soon as there was like any sort of notion that they were gonna go. Like everyone, every media person, every fan base went up against them and said like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And they got away easy with it. Yeah, do you know what I mean? But they know.
It's like there's been talk for years of Rangers and Celtic going into the English side of the National League or whatever.
Let's talk about that.
Bro, like if you remove Rangers and Celtic from the Scottish Prem, there's no Scottish Prem anymore.
It's not.
Like there's obviously big fans and big stadiums, and if you're in Scotland, you're still going to the games and it still feels big. But on a national level, like there's no Scottish Prem anymore. And then at that, unless they get good investment and good players, Celtic and Rangers on the English side of things, they might not make it to the Prem or be a Prem side every season, or they might not even be a mid-table Prem side every season. They might be like the equivalent of like, I'm not putting shade on their name because I fucking love them, but like they could be like a Forest or they could be that level, and then what happens then? You just dismantle the whole thing.
Celtic just crumbles as a football club.
It just dismantles the whole thing. The fact that they are who they are is because they win. And if they're not winning, they're challenging for the league every season. That as a Hibs fan or Dundee fan, Hearts fan must be mad annoying.
Yeah.
But at the same time, from everyone else outside of that, it's like I watch 2 games in the Scottish Premier season. Yeah. That's either leg of Celtic Rangers.
They play through 4 times though, is it?
Yeah, but like I'm talking about in the Prem, they play one home, one away. The Scottish Prem, I watch 2 games. It's that game. Can you imagine the numbers that they pull in just off that game alone? Yeah. That disappears there's not a lot of eyes in it, other than
Real
like
competition as well for the other teams. Then it's like it becomes because like let's say you put value in what's hard to get, what's like prestigious.
Yeah.
If you remove the best out of that league, then obviously makes it like those people have a chance of winning the league, but you've removed the challenge of winning.
Yeah, of course. Look, I'd love to say, like, you know, if the Big Six or whatever came out and went into the Super League, that I probably would still watch games in the Prem. Like, I'd still watch if Brighton play at West Ham, but I'm not going to be buzzing for it. You know the way you'd be buzzing to even Newcastle and City there the other day. I was buzzing to watch that game. It's a big game. It feels like a big game, but like that. If Brighton end up winning the league, if the Super League happens, like, it sounds bad, but I don't really. Like,
you don't care.
I don't really care.
No.
You know what I mean?
It's 'cause
I'd be buzzing for the club. I'm buzzing for the fans. I'm like, geez, that'd be amazing. But like, it's just no. Look, maybe I'm on this side of the fence. Maybe if it did happen, we'd see something new. But I just can't imagine it being of interest in that sense. It'd be more like the Championship.
Yeah.
Like, people would watch the Super League.
The Super League comes along. It's just there'll be a few months, years where everyone's like, "Oh, this is a load of bollocks," and then it's like,
People who just watch it.
this
bro.
is your football club playing football. That's all it like. I know it's not what we want, and it's not like what we know, but.
But they were saying
shit happens. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, they
I'm
were
sure
saying
when the Prem was made, when it was taken from the first division to the Prem was made as a new league. Say people are like, what's this? Why are you changing our league?
Yeah.
And now the Prem is what we all love and behold. Like, do you know what I mean? It's just constant change in football. It's just.
They were saying as well though that it's supposed to be like a league, like a separate league, but they still stay in the Prem, innit?
Yeah, they want to replace the Champions League.
They want to replace the Champions League, which like it kind of makes sense, but like at the same time it doesn't. Like, what's wrong with the Champions League?
It's because
it just feels like a
it's
shift.
just because there's corruption everywhere. Like, UEFA are so corrupt. Do you know what I mean? And I think there's a lot of European clubs have much bigger problems with UEFA than English clubs would. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the likes of Florentino Perez, like he hates UEFA, even though they're the Champions League club. He's the driving force of this. He hates them. He wants out as soon as that. Same thing with your man Laporte.
That's the annoying thing about these like fucking old fuckers sitting around, bro, trying to change it. There's nothing wrong with it.
Well, obviously not alive, but like how long is he gonna be around with?
Yeah. Like, it's like when people like, it's not the same equivalent, but like, you know, a manager is at a certain club and they buy a few youth players and bring a few youth players through, and then all of a sudden the manager changes, and then there's a new manager and they're like, I don't want them.
Yeah.
And it's just like, it's the whole sport. The sport should be standing up and being like, for the sake of someone falling out with someone or someone not getting along with this club, don't get along with that club or whatever, it's like, you don't need to change the sport.
Yeah.
Figure out your differences, do what you need to do, but you don't need to change the sport. Like, you know that way?
Yeah.
I don't know, I'm not really that interested in it. If the Champions League disappears, I'm interested in it.
Yeah.
But we already have a Super League. It's called the Champions League. Like.
Yeah. But that,
You know what I mean? You get to see the best teams in the world compete against
but I think
each other.
what they more want is, cause like Barcelona and Real Madrid and Juventus are all in such bad financial debt, they fear them fading away. As more clamping down on financial spending is done, they're gonna slowly get more cut out, like you're seeing it with Barcelona. They're gonna get more cut out, and if they keep getting cut out and getting deductions and something major happens, then we'll just start to fade away, and that's what they don't want. As the two big powerhouses in football.
Not gonna lie, I'm loving.
It's
loving
tough.
how Barcelona are going down.
Of course, yeah.
It's tough, like, and look,
But
it's not anything that any other clubs hasn't faced before.
100%. But I'm just,
You know what I mean?
it's. I think they just have this underlying fear that, fuck, I don't want this to happen. I don't want us to fall away. Like,
But that's
do you know
what
what I
I'm
mean?
saying. Yeah, 100% agree. But it feels like because there's those few clubs that aren't doing as well in Europe, or they're not them big clubs anymore. It's like it's time for a change of, like, you know, your business plan or whatever way you set things up. It's not time to change the sport.
No, 100%. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and every club or whatever go through that tough times. It is what it is. But don't change the sport for the sake of what you're going through.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And there's other people benefiting. And look, turns tables. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's just shit goes around, comes around. It's gonna happen. Like, you're probably gonna have some good times again. Other clubs are gonna fall on bad times. It is what it is. Just keep the head down and keep moving. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I still think Barca have the ability to produce. I feel, not that I feel like it's the same thing, but I feel what's happening to United is a similar thing that's what happened in the Barca. Like, not in the same terms of like financials and stuff like that, but they've got a big draw still. Big players still go. It doesn't seem to be working, and they're scrambling at stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, which is like, Barca are still up there in the league.
Yeah.
They're just not as dominant as they
They're
were.
just not as dominant.
I
And
think,
it's like,
I think
shit happens, man. You know what I mean?
Barca have a problem with their expenditure compared to like what they bring in. Like, I think for years it was, we're Barca. Like, obviously they're making loads of money, so let's just spend whatever. Like, you know, we can. And now everyone's being a bit like, well, hang on, that doesn't make sense. You can't just do the things that you constantly do, and that's not right. Like, you know what I mean? And people are just starting to cop onto it. Where I think United, it's just they just actually don't give a fuck. Like the owners.
Yeah, no,
I mean,
fair.
they don't give
fair.
a fuck. It's just like, well, I'm not gonna put my money in.
Yeah.
The profit is mine. Like, we're just gonna keep overturning, like, all the money that we're not gonna put anything ourselves. Everything is just gonna. The club's going to take itself over, so it's going to be like nothing extra other than the money that we make during the season from like ticket sales and shirt sales and stuff, and that's what goes back into the players. I think that's where the complaint comes from, where it's just like, it's almost like, I don't know, it's not like they're not caring about the club, it's more just like, things will just work itself out.
Yeah.
But, you know what I mean? They're not
But I
actually
feel
breaking
like-
any rules, it's just like,
I feel like with Barca and with United, the similar thing is they're still trying to buy them big name players or get them over, and somehow, whether it's a loan or whether it's a swap or whatever is going on, it's like there's nothing wrong with resetting and rebuilding. You know what I mean? Like, even with like Hoyland, obviously, I think name wise, it's a good sign. He's not a huge name, not as lot as is expected of him, but at the same time, then you put that price tag on him, and it's like, you should have said, just say no, bro.
yeah, it doesn't make
No,
any sense.
I'm not.
to
Like,
sign-
I'm paying you 30 mil max. If you want it, it's there. If not, cool, we can find someone else.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
paying
Like,
70 million for a young 21-year-old striker who scored about 7 goals for
but then
Atalanta. I just
they're
don't.
being linked with your man off Barca now, centre half.
Araujo.
Aurelio or
I
whatever his name.
reckon boring it.
That fella, Ronald Araujo or something.
Yeah.
right.
So they're being linked with him, like apparently 80 mil or something. Don't get me wrong, smashing player. If I was a fan of the club, I'd be buzzing with being linked. But you need a reset and a rebuild. Like, you can't buy one solid centre half and expect everything's going to change. Like, because then people are going to be looking and going, well, he slipped up here, he done this, and it's like, because he's got 7 donkeys on front of him, or he's got this, that, and like, you need to rebuild your whole squad.
I feel like United just consistently buying the same positions. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Striker, centre. Well,
not even striker. Like, striker's been probably the least they've bought, and now they've bought one, and he's not good. Well, he's not good enough, but he's just so young. He just doesn't. You can tell by him that he has this kind of fear in him. Do you know what I mean? It's almost similar to the Sancho situation, where there's so much expectation,
but like,
so much noise around your transfer, and so much money. It all just gets on top of them, and they just look. It's a lot of pressure on them. Do you know what I mean? And you can't blame them. Like, I know it's obviously it's funny to laugh and doing shooting up. Like, you can't blame the cunts for like not doing well.
Do you know, regarding the transfers and stuff like that, I know back in the day, like, you buy a player in and then you kind of have a mentor. You know.
Yeah.
Is that kind of gone now, or is it still there?
I think it's lacking in a lot of teams, and that's why you see struggle. I think Chelsea lack a few old heads, a few leaders to kind of grab players.
Are you talking about players? Or are you talking about like senior players, players that used to play that are still in and around the club?
Exactly that.
Patrick Vieira, when he was at City.
Kind of like
Remember when Vieira was at Eos?
Yeah.
And he was looking after a few of the younger heads. And he was like the chaperone between the younger age and then the managerial setup or whatever. It's like, look, he's this type of player. The boy needs this. He's worried about this. Like, and then the manager could reflect back the work.
I would say a bit of both.
Yeah.
But then also, like,
kind of the lead, the older heads that kind of grab the players and put their arm around the shoulders and take them in, make them feel at home. I feel I think that's one thing that Chelsea lack majorly, because okay, they've Thiago Silva as a senior player, but he's also Brazilian and speaks Portuguese, doesn't speak good English.
Yeah.
And you look past him, like, who were Chelsea senior players? Chilwell, Sterling, Reece James is considered a senior player. Like these lads aren't leaders. They're not heads that are going to get you in and make you feel at home. Do you know what I mean? Like, for all these young English lads, they're youngsters. Like, do you know what I mean? They're young, and if they're coming into such a big club with such big expectations, and they don't have someone that's kind of welcoming them in and making them feel comfortable, it just doesn't work. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Look, and I do think United like that as well, because who are their senior players? Like
Johnny Evans.
Johnny Evans is a senior player, but he's still, after being away from the club for years, there's not like, you know, them cunts that they know the club, they know everything, they're just kind of like.
I think just the way you saying, just the football in general is lacking that.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, look, I think that's kind of. I'd say I agree on the older squad players, like 100%, but I'd even agree to, like, say even past that, of like when, like, that a player retires or whatever, like, get them back in and get them around it, and like, because if you're a young player and you step into a club, the players that you admired were like 10, 15 years, maybe in some cases 20 years older than you. Just get them back in now, because if I see, like, if I'm a United player and I'm 18 and I see Paul Scholes walking through the hallways, like, the knowledge I can gain off him by just telling me how to act as a professional, how to, like, stop doing this, or like, seeing you out with your mates the weekend, don't do this, don't do that. The manager doesn't like it, and then equally the manager's gonna respect the Paul Scholes because he's been around and he's done it at the club. I think that's what's missing big time at big clubs, is just the players, the retired players in between managers and the squad that can kind of refer back. Because sometimes if you have a manager and you're not getting along with him or whatever, or he's not picking you, it's very hard to walk around that. Where if you've got, like, that retired player that can come in and be like, look mate, you're just not working hard enough. It's easier to take that on board because you know he's kind of done it, he's been here, I respect him, rather than a manager that he's just stepped his foot through the door. It's very hard to hear that off a manager that's like, I don't believe in your work ethic. Where if, like, someone that you respect says it, you're like, shit, I need to work more, like, I need to be praised by him, I want to be praised by him, so I'm going to get my boots on, I'm going to start working harder.
Do we have a lot of that in English football?
There is definitely some of it. Like, if you look, I don't know if Yaya Toure still at Spurs, is he?
No, he's in Saudi.
Yeah.
Oh, he went to Saudi,
coaching,
did he?
Yeah.
He was taking the 16s for a while, but, like, that's kind of perfect, because then them 16s become 18s, and them 18s become senior players then. So
Jack Wilshere for Arsenal.
Jack Wilshere, I think that's the important thing, I think, is to have professionals, and not only just for the younger players, but also for the professionals to still be in football, still be involved, to have a purpose, you know what I mean? Rather than just a few slots being open for punditry. Yeah. It's like, get them back into the game, get them back.
That's what we're seeing. I've
seen a lot of it, podcasting, like, obviously we can't say it, but, like, a lot of ex-pros now is going to podcasting. And it's like,
imagine for them, you kind of see, obviously the way football's gone and the amount of games, a lot of them just seem like they're just tired, like.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? They just want to wait, man.
Yeah.
Like, you look at, I was listening to something about Hazard there the other day, and, like, apparently he was just like, he was getting offers from Saudi and all of this, and he was kind of just like,
some players
like
don't love it though.
Yeah, like, I've gotten all these, and, like, my body is just not able. I fucked it when I went to Madrid. And he kind of, like, I don't want to go and earn millions a week. I have money. There's no point in me just wasting the end of my career, mate. Like, I just made the decision. Obviously, it's a shame to see, but also at some point, it's kind of when you can almost see a player making the decision at the, like, just when they know. I do respect it. Do you know what I mean? Instead of being like going somewhere like Saudi and having this mediocrity for a few years just to get money that they don't need. It's just a bit like, I know you're looking after your family and stuff, but when that's done, you don't need to do this. And you know what I mean? At least you can go out on your career at kind of a high, and people not remember you as like shit.
I think on a fucking human level though, it's very hard to it's very hard to come to terms with that you're not good enough. So you search for places where you are good enough.
Yeah.
And you try to add value in places. You know that way, and you try to constantly be needed in some sort of a way. Like, you ever see like lads that retire and they like start doing the gaff up and all, and you're like, what are you doing? And he's like, I just, this need to be fixed, and like they just want to have value, and that's like, I think especially men just want to have value. So if you come to like you retire so early, what is it like? If you're having a really, really, really good career, you might retire at what, 35?
35, yeah.
Players retire way earlier than that as well. Imagine being 35 and being retired, bro.
That's
and just having that feeling of like, I'm not good enough to do my job anymore.
Do something, yeah.
Like, it's
different when you're like 70.
Yeah, bro. Like, you're gonna be like, alright, I'm alright with that 70.
I'm old.
You're still gonna, it's still gonna hurt. But like being 35 and not feeling like you've got value anywhere, it must be hard to not take them jobs.
100%.
You know what I mean? And be like, because I'm after being at the top of the pops for so long, and now I can't even get into it. Like, even like just going on to a Jesse Lingard or something, like, I feel sorry for that fella, you know.
He fucked it. Well, I think there's an element of him that fucked it for himself, but then there's also people fucked him over.
People fucked him over big time,
like,
bro.
I think his treatment at United was fucking horrible.
Yeah,
like, that fella was there since a baby. United 200, loved the club.
Yeah,
wasn't getting game time. Went on loan. Had one of the best loan spells I've seen.
At West Ham,
he fucking ripped the place. Was like a player. Was like a completely different player. And then he wants to go. They say no. What you showed us on the loan is what we want to see. This is what we wanted. Come back now. He can be part of the team. Comes back, nothing. Absolutely nothing.
You were saying that was Ole, wasn't it?
It was Ollie, yeah. Now I think, to be fair to Ollie, it did come at a weird time because that was when they'd finished second the season before, and he made his signs, and they're building the project, and then Ronaldo. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And apparently that was forced on the club.
Yeah, no, he
not
was
forced on the club.
But he wasn't told he wasn't asked if he wanted Ronaldo. He was told we're getting Ronaldo.
He's getting him.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, we're getting Ronaldo. So it's like, oh,
okay,
right.
Yeah.
All these plans I had, what the fuck am I meant to do with them now? Like, do you know what I mean? And I fucked them. They're the worst ever Premier League.
Tell Jesse that look, you have to go, mate.
Ronaldo came in like the last day of the window, or something, last 2 days of the window, wasn't he? Yeah.
Yeah.
It was over. Like on West, like in the end, and then again. So Jesse has the season of shy.
Yeah.
And instead of going to West Ham after the season, he goes to Forest on a 1-year deal because they're offering him more money. Stupid, like.
Yeah.
It doesn't make it makes no sense. And he goes to Forest and he's shy and he's gone. If he went to West Ham, I think it's a completely different story now. We're looking at the Lingard that we've seen at West Ham because it's comfy for him. It brings back good memories. It brings back like a good time in his career. I imagine for him with the same managers, mainly the same players, probably would have just kicked on. Like.
Yeah. I think. Yeah, I don't know. Like with Lingard, his ability was there, but I think, and this is without trying to sound like I'm putting the fella down around, but I felt like he got a bad run of it, but also he didn't make the best of it himself.
He definitely didn't help himself.
Like, I feel like there's a lot of external things. Obviously, everyone knows what went on with his family and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That was probably affecting him, that, made him act in a certain way, or made him do things outside of football instead of just solely focusing on football.
Yeah, I imagine it's hard though to solely focus 100%. On football when you're not even being looked at. No matter who's injured, no matter who's unavailable, you aren't getting a look in. Do you know what I mean? I imagine
it's so difficult to stay doing a thing that, to do a thing that you don't think you're being valued in.
Yeah.
Even though it's like you could be valued elsewhere, but your whole world is the one club that you're at.
Yeah.
You don't look past that really, and especially if you have love for the club, you don't look past that club.
Yeah.
You're not like, oh well, maybe I could get. When it eventually comes to it, it's like, yeah, I'll get a loan, but that's not easy to do.
Like,
that's not easy to come to terms.
Did you hear his interview about his last day?
Yeah.
He said he cried the whole time.
Yeah, bro. It's
shit.
tough,
It's
like,
shit.
it's shit. But like, I think there's been a lot of players. That's why I always say, like, you know, when people are like, you know, whoever, Evan Ferguson, Garnacho, Rico Lewis, whatever, all these young players that they're like, they're gonna be it's like there's a long time between now and then.
Yeah.
There's a long time. There's a lot of changes that happen, and it's like the best players, only a few of them will become better and the best in the world. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, there's a lot of those players that are gonna have good careers, solid careers, but nowhere near the career that what people thought they were gonna have.
It's because the peak is so early. I think
Yeah.
it's because certain times you see managers will feed into the media being like, this lad is the next best thing. He's the best. He needs to play,
Yeah,
and he gets and they play.
yeah.
And obviously, it's great seeing a young player play. But
The Wayne Rooney's or whatever. There's only very few of them.
how old was Ryan Rooney when he retired? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. But like, the thing about him was he done it before he retired. But
Yeah,
some
yeah,
players, like even like a Dele Alli, or like there was a fella, I think it was Michael Johnson, that used to play for
Jack
No.
Wilshere.
Jack Wilshere. Yeah, was it Michael Johnson?
Michael Johnson?
He's played for City.
That's a different reason.
Adam Johnson, you mean?
No, you're thinking Adam Johnson.
Oh, okay.
There was Michael Johnson, I think his name was.
Michael Johnson?
Yeah, he retired at like 22, 23 or something. But like he was dubbed to be like
Yeah, yeah.
England's best player. Like, and just shit happens, life happens, and sometimes it just gets you spun. But yeah, I don't know. Like, you'd fear for a lot of players now as well with the pressure that's on them.
Yeah, that's what I've been saying for, at least for Copenhagen.
Yeah,
I know, like, United are going through a tough time or whatever, and you need the players, and the players aren't stepping up, and he is. But I'm just like,
What's going to happen now is that lad's going to play every single minute that he's fit from now till the end of the season, and that's from going from academy level to playing that level. I know he's quality, but it's going to fuck him up. Like,
have you
I
seen,
think-
I don't know if we were chatting the last time we were in the shop about, we're talking about Foden and Saka, but I don't know, did we mention about like the comparison in the minutes played?
between Foden and Saka.
Yeah.
No,
it's
Like,
it's like the same, but Saka is only playing since like 2019
I
or
don't think it's
something.
the same.
No,
I thought it was
What,
something like
more?
20, like, I think like Foden only played like 20 something % of the minutes at City.
what,
that you could have been played.
Yeah. And Saka's played like 96%.
Yeah, that yeah, it's kind of like they probably played in and around the same amount of minutes total. Whereas
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Saka's
yeah.
been playing for since like
A lot
2019.
shorter.
Whereas Foden's first this debut was in set 2017. Like, you know what I mean, like, and Foden really only came through in 2021. Like,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean? That was his breakthrough year,
Yeah, Saka has more appearances than Foden.
which is
For
mental.
it just in the Prem now. I'm just talking.
Like overall, like.
Yeah, 154 appearances in the Prem. Foden has 149.
And that's mad. Like, and that's what I think the difference would be.
Minutes played in the Prem now. This just Prem alone. 12,100 minutes for Saka, 8,400 for Foden. Like that, he could be, and especially because there's only 5 games in the difference.
Yeah, and I think Foden.
Saka has played nearly every minute. He can.
I think Foden is like showing now how smart of a move the way Pep actually managed him.
Yeah.
I think it's only showing now because he's in the best form of his whole life right now. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas if when he initially broke through was played as much as everyone wanted him to be played, I don't think we'd see now. Like we would see what we're seeing now. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, that's
Like,
man.
you kind of see now that he's going. Now is when he'll start playing consistently at the age of nearly 24.
Yeah.
And that's when he'll grow and be 28, 29, 30 and playing at a high level.
Do you know what though? Like, I think he was nurtured perfectly.
Yeah.
Because it's also very hard. Number one, it's nice to have the ability to not play a player of that caliber.
100%. Yeah.
Number two, it's very hard for the player to go, I know I'm ready. I know I dust 80% of the boys in this league. Gaffer has me on the bench. Why not just make a move? And
Yeah.
the move that I'm making is, I'm not going to like West Ham. I'll be going to someone solid.
Yeah.
Why not make a move? It's very hard to get a player of that mindset to be like, I'll stay around. You know what I mean? I want to be
Yeah.
a part of it, and I want to be the best player possible instead of just being like, because ball players just want to. They just want to play ball.
Yeah.
They just want to play ball. You know what I mean? Like,
But it's like it's very easy to not have that
Yeah.
patience because I don't know how many players that I've seen that were at City and are now playing at some other big club and doing well.
just
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
'Cause they just couldn't wait.
yeah. Look,
Especially-
John, the career paths.
Yeah.
I was kind of saying when we talk about a bit of ball that's happened recently, I feel like we just haven't talked about any of the games.
Nah,
or
I
that.
want to get back in. We're getting into it. I'll be first up, right? This player is so the first he retired in
That word just.
2012.
2012.
You were asking me?
No. That's a lie. 2016. You should know this player.
You wasn't watching ball back then.
No, you'll know this player. It's not a player
Right,
that
go on,
you don't
go
have
on.
to reach too
Give
far.
me.
Oh, okay.
Wolves, Coventry, Inter Milan, Leeds on loan. Then he went signed for Leeds. Spurs.
Robbie Keane.
Yeah.
I thought you were only you're so
no.
asking out to race. I didn't tell. I
What? No, what? It's the first player of the game.
No, I thought you were only asking me. Sorry.
No. If you have it, you can jump in and say it.
Oh,
You can
right.
jump
So,
in and say it.
I didn't know that.
God, he started at Coventry, man.
Right, this is a current Prem player.
Okay.
Right. Northampton Town, Newcastle, on loan to Barnsley, then on loan to Shrewsbury, on loan to Scunthorpe, on loan to Wigan, back on loan to Scunthorpe, Peterborough United he signed for, then he signed for Brentford.
Tony.
Yeah. Right. Right, we're flying, boys. Right, this one's a little bit of a difficult one, but current Prem player.
Okay.
Performing very well this season, yeah. Hereford United, Hull City, West Ham. in
Jared
twe-
Brown.
Yeah, 2020.
Oh.
Right, this is another Prem player now. Current Prem, starting Prem player. Brighton, Newport County on loan, Peterborough on loan, Leeds United on loan.
Ben White.
Yeah, he's
knew it
flying
was
here. He's flying.
What's the Brentford? And who did you start with?
Brighton.
As soon as I heard Leeds.
Leeds.
that's what I knew.
So, this is both these be on your toes here, right?
Okay.
This one, whoever's first, because it's gonna be quick. Anderlecht, Hamburger.
De Bruyne.
No.
Does that give me a free run because you got it wrong?
No.
That's true. Surely that's what
No.
you get it wrong. Then it's
Listen, you don't make the rules here. Anderlecht, Hamburger, City, back to Anderlecht.
company.
Yes.
Wait.
Come on, bro.
What, bro?
That's
Come
your,
on.
That's
You
your
said
boy.
current player.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
I swear you
I
did.
didn't. No, I
I
didn't.
swear I goes, this is current. You was current player.
No. No, I didn't.
You did.
Current player.
You definitely did.
Did I?
That's why I went company. And
Did
it
I
was
play-
like,
say
Belgian player?
No, I just heard Anderlecht, Hamburg, City, and then back Anderlecht.
No, I
It
didn't
was the
say
back
current, did
back
I?
to
If I
Anderlecht.
said yeah to that question, I wasn't even listening to you. Right, so this is a current player now,
Okay.
just to clear things up. Groningen, over there. Celtic,
Bro, it's your boy. It's Van Dijk.
yeah.
Yeah, I only heard
First, that's an early shout. as
only
well.
heard two of them.
Right, this fella retired. I'm not going to tell you, man, but he's retired.
Got that one.
This is retired, yeah.
Okay.
Lille, Chelsea,
It's Hazard.
yeah. See, I'm getting players you just can understand. I'm not making a show. He's on the pod. Right, this one is another weird one. Current Prem player. Well, yeah, no, he is current Prem, yeah. Stuttgart, Leipzig, Chelsea,
Werner.
yeah.
I did not know he was a Stuttgart.
I think he's already even here, lads.
Pardon?
I think is even neck and neck. Right. Al Makoloun Al Arab.
Jeez.
Basel. Chelsea. Florentine alone.
Salah.
Yeah.
I don't want to be too quick, but I want to go into the next one.
Right. So started his career at Spurs. Went on loan to Leyton Orient. Then on loan to Millwall.
Harry Kane.
Yeah. He's doing well, lads. He's doing well.
We're not including the Arsenal Academy now.
Arsenal
You
Academy.
stop. I'm talking about when the fellow played
Started his
for
career senior. So senior started his career. This is a retired player, by the way.
Okay.
Southampton in 1988.
1988.
Yeah. Then he went to Blackburn in 92. Then he went to Newcastle United in 96.
Oh, Alan Shearer.
Oh, I don't know. That was a buzzer beater. I don't know who got that.
That was me.
We'll have
He
to
started as Southampton.
Southampton, yeah.
That was me.
I don't know, man. We'll have to VAR it. Right, last one. But retired player. This might be a difficult one. Is that right? Yeah. Right. Started his career at CSK Sofia. Then went to Bayern Leverkusen. Then went to Tottenham Hotspur in 06.
Oh man.
Then went from Spurs to Man United.
It's
Berbatov.
Berbatov, is it?
Yeah, very
Oh, I said that first.
Nah, of course. Chill out, bro. What the
Yeah, no, I was just about I was getting it out there.
Sofia in Bulgaria, is it?
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to think. Where's Sofia?
Yeah, I don't know. CSK kind of gave it away a little bit, but
I was just thinking sports team. Right?
that's it. You got all them fair play, lads.
So I won.
We'll have to VAR it.
Go through the list of players you have.
So you got Berbatov, you got Shearer.
Yeah.
No, I got Shearer. We usually said that was a buzzer
I
beater.
think.
I got Shearer, bro.
What do you mean you said that was a buzzer beater? You had to VAR.
Yeah.
You couldn't
no,
call.
I did VAR it. I did.
you got
Yeah, I think you got Shearer.
Yeah.
What the fuck is this? This is scandalous. What the fuck? He just now got. You just now decided.
No, I got confirmation in me. Wait, hold on. No, yeah, no, it was wrong. Then you got Harry Kane. Then
Salah's after that. Before that.
Salah. Yeah, you got Salah. Then Timo Werner. You got Werner.
Yeah.
Then Hazard. Who's that?
Ron.
Yeah.
You got VVD.
Yeah.
Then you got Company. Ben White. Bowen.
Yeah, that's me. That's like 6'4", I think.
Then you got Tony.
I'm on 5 right now.
It's like 7.
Yeah, it's at least one, I think. Because you got Tony and then you got Robbie Kane.
Yeah.
Close though.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
close. Well done, boys.
I think
Fair play.
If I knew it wasn't, if I knew it was retired, I would have got company.
But you didn't.
Ah, shit. right. I'll do a tiebreaker.
Hey,
Then.
my
Whoever
one's
gets this wins, right?
My ones are a bit shit. A tiebreaker, I won. Fuck off. No. My ones are a bit shit. I won't
Right,
even
come
lie.
on. Hit us with some good ones. Don't
Mine
don't
were
have a
dirt.
scrambling for players here.
Mine were dirt. Like,
I picked some good players there. for you.
yeah, well, you picked like actual players. I just picked like random players. That's trying to throw you off a bit.
Come on. Hit us with it.
Winter Tour,
What?
Basel,
Winter tour?
Dortmund, City, current player.
Akanji.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right, this is a long one.
Are they all City players?
No. so Shell 2, whatever the fuck that is.
Okay.
Rosler Loan, then Club Brugge, Dortmund, Wolfsburg, Inter Milan.
Wait, whoa.
Bayern Munich
Slow
on
down,
loan.
slow down. Slow down.
So many teams there.
Right, I'll
Slow
go
down.
from Bruges.
Yeah.
Bruges, Dortmund, Wolfsburg, Inter Milan, Bayern Munich on loan, Spurs. Current player.
Kulusevski. Oh no, it's. Wait, can you go say that again?
It said Bayern Munich to Inter on loan.
No, Inter to Bayern Munich on loan.
Inter to Bayern Munich, and then after Bayern was Chelsea.
It's no Spurs.
Or Spurs.
Spurs.
Bayern. The Spurs. Is he a current player? Did he start? No.
He's injured. That's a big giveaway.
Is it Van der Ven?
No.
No, it's not.
No.
Bayern Munich?
Inter. Bayern.
He won the Champions League with
Spurs.
Bayern. He's only on loan for one season.
Wait.
Can't think of that Spurs squad.
Give up.
No.
For sure.
He was at Bruges, Dortmund, Wolfsburg,
Wait,
Inter,
Bruges is where?
Belgium. But no, he didn't start there. He started at Sochaux.
Yeah, but Bruges is not too far from where he probably would
Sochaux.
have been
and then
from.
yeah.
Belgian.
Yeah.
Plays
wa-
for Spurs.
I don't think he's Belgian.
He is not Belgian.
He's
Is he not Belgian? No.
If we give nationality, you'll get it straight
Inter
away.
Milan.
The first team was Sochaux.
Sochaux. Sochaux.
Would he start if he wasn't injured?
It's up for debate. I don't know. The players start playing this position now are solid. Like.
So he's a centre mid.
I'm not saying anything.
He is though, is he?
No.
He obviously is because that's all Spurs have really done.
Alright, I'm done giving clues now. Just guess with it. Come on, you haven't even guessed one player.
I can't think of that team. And I know he's.
I'll see what
nationality.
my players will just boom, boom, boom.
This is the whole point. This is I'm catching you. You're meant to think about it.
I honestly don't know that squad.
Give up.
No. You're going to have us here all night. 'Cause
Or
I'm
you
not
could,
giving
you
up.
could just let me give you
No,
10 seconds to guess.
No.
Well, you have to at least get one guess. You can't just sit there looking at the ceiling the whole time.
Do you know the nationality?
No.
Do you know
He
where
didn't say.
Sochaux is?
No.
It's in France.
Is it?
Yeah.
But he's not French.
He's not French.
No. I could tell you his youth teams you might get.
Yeah, give me his youth teams.
Dalmatinak split. Hajduk split. And so he went to Sochaux.
Split. Croatian. He's Croatian.
Croatian.
He's Croatian.
Ah, lads,
He
come
is Croatian,
on.
isn't he?
Yeah, come on.
Cool with whatever his name is. Is it him?
Hoiberg.
No,
Where's
Kohlberg's from
Kohlberg's from?
Denmark. You are useless.
I just
Ball
don't
knowledge
know.
on the floor.
I don't know who the Spurs
Really?
player is, man.
Will I tell you?
Yeah.
Croatian that plays for Spurs.
There's literally one. Perisic.
That is the that's the shittest player to pick
How is
ever.
that shit? How is that shit? You
That's
didn't even.
the
You
shit
didn't
player.
get it. You're saying it's shit because you didn't get it. You're saying it's shit because you didn't get it.
That's like
That's
Kanji and
solid.
Perisic.
That French
That
team
was a good one. That was a good
gets
one.
you like. Oh,
Yeah,
man.
Bayern. He won the Champions League with Bayern. Do you remember that?
I only remember being on him being at Inter.
Exactly. Yeah, but he was saying that. The
That's what I'm saying.
The Bayern
I
was
don't
only a
remember-
one-season
I don't
loan.
remember him going to Bayern.
Right.
Pick a starting player for fuck's sake, will you?
All right.
COVID year was it?
Right.
Huh?
When Bayern was that the COVID
He started at Audax Rio, and then went to Atletico Paranaense, Lyon, Newcastle.
Guimaraes?
Yeah.
I was thinking of Brazilian. As soon as he said it.
Right, I need to pick a different player now because the other ones I have picked are a bit shit. I'm being honest.
Let's go.
I'm being honest.
Tell
Right.
me who else you had picked.
I had Lindelof and Madueke. You would have never got
Oh.
them.
Where,
what,
I actually
bro?
don't know where he came from.
What the fuck? I
Sweden.
don't know.
Swedish, isn't he?
Vasteras, SK, Benfica, United.
Jeez, I thought he came from. He popped up like he generally.
Right, now give me a minute. Let me think something else.
Give us one solid player.
Right. You ready?
Yeah.
This is the current player.
Current player. Sheffield United, Bournemouth, Chesterfield, Wimbledon on loan. No, we went to Chesterfield on loan, Wimbledon on loan. Then he went back to Bournemouth, Sheffield United, Arsenal. Current player.
Current player.
Yeah.
Bournemouth, Sheffield, Arsenal.
Oh my god.
Actually,
Oh, Ramsdale.
Yeah.
spaced out.
Wrong. Come on.
Ramsdale.
Come on. Up the,
Come
Bring
on.
Ramsdale
poor.
back, man. Bring him back.
right. Right. AC San Boniface, Hellas Verona, Napoli, Chelsea, Arsenal.
Oh,
Jorginho.
Jorginho.
Yeah.
That was me, bro.
Right. Let me get another one.
Italian that plays for Arsenal. It's not many, is there?
No.
When
These are all off the cuff. I'm not really putting any time.
there's not a
into
lot of Italians that play in the league, to be fair, ever.
I don't think they can. hack
Really?
it, man.
it. Yeah, I don't know if you get this one. Hamburger, Leverkusen, Spurs.
Hamburg, Leverkusen, Spurs.
Current player.
Leverkusen, Spurs.
Paula.
Oh, I really don't look at Spurs, man.
Yeah, this is not like this is. I think I'd get this one.
Of course you would say that. You're looking at the player.
Nah, but the club before Spurs, I'd know. That's how I'd know. Like this fella's like you'd be kicking yourself if you don't get it.
Hamburg, Leverkusen.
Leverkusen.
He's German.
Centre halves.
I'm not giving you anything about the nationality again.
Fullbacks.
Oh, is it son?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't even know why. I was just. He started at Hamburg.
Yeah. The senior career started at Hamburg.
I just remember him in the Hamburg jersey. I don't remember.
See,
him.
if you gave me like one of the youth teams there, yeah. I'm not saying nothing, but I would have got that shit. I would have got that.
Why is that?
I would have got that shit.
Well, what? I mean, what are the youth team?
Do you have another one there?
Yeah, I'll get another one.
Right, one more. We'll
I've
do
got
one more.
here, but
Yeah.
I don't think you'll get this, but I want to see if you know ball, Jay.
Oh, really? Oh, no.
Argis Petesti. Dinamo Bucuresti.
Bucuresti.
Inter Milan. Hellas Verona. Parma. Chelsea. Juventus. Fiorentina. Cesena. Ajaccio.
Chelsea to Juventus, you say?
Chelsea to Juventus to Fiorentina.
Is he a current player?
No, retired.
What year?
He retired in 2016. After Ajaccio, he went to Petrolo Polesti, then to Pune City in India, and then to Targu Mores. That's where he retired.
How many appearances for City? For Chelsea?
Chelsea. 2 seasons at Chelsea. Combined 27 appearances.
This fella is picking a kit man for a player.
We all thought this. Back in the day, we thought this was going to be a baller.
We thought it was going to be a baller.
Yeah.
Went to Juve.
Bucuresti.
Bucharest. Where's Bucharest?
Hungary. No, that's Budapest. Where's Bucharest?
All like his first 2 teams, Argis Petesti.
What? Italian, no? I don't know where that is.
Dinamo Bucuresti.
Dynamo's not. Italian.
Russian.
Inter Milan, Hellas Verona, Parma, and then Chelsea. That 04 team.
Oh, bro.
I haven't a clue.
Is he a winger?
Yeah.
He is a winger.
Yeah, he's part of the squad.
Hello? Have him on the phone now. Shit, I don't know. Who was it?
Adrian Mutu.
Oh, fuck, Ron. Jesus Christ, man. I haven't heard that fella in years.
Bro, I just remember people thinking he's going to be
Who we have him?
Right, one more.
Current player. Utrecht, Feyenoord, Club Brugge, Hellas Verona on loan. Then he signed for Hellas Verona. Then he went to Fiorentina. Then went back to Hellas Verona on loan. And then went back to Fiorentina. And now he's at United.
Is it Amrabat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot in there though. There's literally no one else in the United squad. They're all just easy. Like that. They've all just had like little short spells. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Wouldn't mind them though. Hellas Verona and all.
So where we have a
Jesus.
current ball, man, before we end up.
Yeah.
The guy is back.
Arsenal's in the mud.
He's
De
back.
Bruyne is a wizard.
He's
just
back.
as we all thought was going to happen. Everton and Forest are unlucky to be getting point deductions.
Again, have they confirmed how many points?
No, it's
No.
not. It's not.
Well, it's not point deductions.
It's not
just
case
yet,
closed.
but it could be.
But
Liverpool
Arsenal, what's going on?
Are gonna,
Getting ready to finish second once again.
yeah, but we won't bottle it. We're not gonna bottle it.
Oh, bottle it, so win it.
Look, I'd rather just bail out than bottle.
Do the usual.
No, I don't know.
Nearly get there.
Look, if my whole squad was dependent on one player, know what I mean? I wouldn't be talking shit. That's all I'm
Your
saying.
whole squad is dependent on one player.
What?
It's only one
What are
player.
you
It's
talking
only
about?
one
Salah
player.
hasn't been there.
Yeah,
out of
Salah
the
hasn't been-
9 games
he
that
hasn't-
he hasn't been there, we've won 8.
9?
Yeah.
Salah, what 9 games has Salah been away? What are you talking about? Salah only went last week.
You think Salah just doesn't play when he went to the AFCON? You don't think he doesn't play in Europa League? He
The
doesn't
9
play.
Who were the 9 games against? In the Europa League.
This
Against a
fella, bro.
lot of farmers in the Europa League.
Newcastle were hocking us around the pitch for bleeding
They
70 minutes.
were, weren't they?
and
They
then
were.
De Bruyne, you had to go ahead, bro. Please come on,
I
save
thought
us.
that game was done. And I was like,
He's just the best.
Nah, look,
He's just the best.
we can win with.
his goal is
You
just
player.
like,
I know,
how
he's
does
sick.
that shot go in?
He just has
He
this
didn't even
weird.
shoot, bro.
He just has this weird ability to pass it into the.
The goal
Bottom
asked for
corner,
a pass of the ball, and you
Yeah.
just gave it to him.
That's just
Nah,
what it is.
he's
He
just
has
a-
Frustrating at times. You're just like,
the assist for the goal. Oscar Bob, even the finish is just.
Oscar Bob, sicko.
That's why we let Cole
Um,
Palmer go. Just that's who they had bleeding, waiting there.
Cole Palmer is on top of the world.
Yeah,
I still don't see it.
he's not
No,
on top.
we don't
He's
do that.
not on top of the world, but he's.
Nah, I don't do that.
Oh, like you take away the cunt's penalty. I was like,
Do you know who
I
went
mean,
to
it's-
balling?
Who?
Anthony, is it Anthony Gordon? Is that his name first?
Yeah.
Gordon, Newcastle.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Is that
sick
Anthony?
goal.
That
Yeah.
is it?
Yeah,
He's just doing so well.
yeah, he's doing well.
Yeah, bad, like when he first went over from Everton. it
Yeah, he
was
found it tough. Yeah,
Deserves an England shout, no?
100%.
over Rashford, yeah.
Over Rashford. I think Rashford's after hitting his little groove.
After that Wigan game.
No, I watched him against after the Wigan game. What I'm talking about, based on Sunday, like you know when you watch him, and it's just a difference in how he plays. You know, I feel like at every point he'll like flick a switch, and then like, this is when he.
I thought he
starts.
played well, but like I wasn't.
I think he played very well against Spurs.
I thought he played
put
well.
Gordon over him, and Gordon's been consistent. And then he just come out of nowhere. When he has the ball, he's constant on the ball.
Yeah, no, yeah.
I thought he played well, but I wasn't.
I think I can see us in June sitting here and being like, yeah, Rashford deserves over. No, I'm not talking about
Deserves what?
the call up. To be honest, I could see from now on him taking on a bit. To be honest, I don't know, just getting that
Yeah.
kind of buzz like last year. You know, he
Would
was
you
just
rather
kind of
like?
he was shooting and now he just played one game and then. he just
Would you
kicked
rather
on.
kind of a moments player though, in your international setup, or a consistent player?
Yeah, you'd rather a consistent player, of course.
Do you know what I mean?
But then also, like in the international tournament, it's about moments in national football, really, isn't it? Like,
It
it's
is,
Not,
like,
it's
no,
not
that's
about.
what I'm
It's not
saying,
about how good your team plays. It's about who performs in the big. It's international football. It's about your big player stepping up, and that's it. Like.
Yeah,
know
but
what I mean?
like we've said it all season, and even before this season, to be fair, Rashford is not the player that you can depend on in
No.
big moments.
No,
He's not like
no,
You know what
and
I mean?
it's a weird one now when you look at the England setup because with the form of Saka and Rashford, they're kind of like. They're going to fucks up who you think it'd be. Like you asked me in the summer who's England's nailed on front three and saying Rashford, Kane, and Saka. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like and
Saying
then
Rashford, Kane, and Saka.
yeah, and you play in midfield, Bellingham, Royce, and Foden.
Oh, for like going into this or not?
Going into this Euros, yeah.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? That's what I would have said. But now you look at Saka. It's
Play
like,
Foden in the A.
no, I'm playing 10. Bellingham, I think, is more suited to play as an E.
What Royce and Bellingham 2-8s?
Not necessarily 2-8. So I kind of, I think I'd want to like Foden almost playing as like the kind of second striker role where he's shown that he's so good at playing, and I think Bellingham is. I don't know.
You
Obviously,
can't play 1-6, 1-8, and 1-10.
Bellingham's playing more of that 10th.
no, but Bellingham's playing that for Madrid. Bellingham at Dortmund was an out and out A.
Yeah,
He was
yeah.
like I think Bellingham is someone who would be capable to play in a
He's
pivot with
playing.
Royce.
He's playing the 10 because Madrid are stacked.
No, well, I think that's also because Madrid lack a striker and they don't really have that big. Like he's 6'4", he's a big presence in the box. Do you know what I mean? So it's almost like he's just kind of he's not playing as a striker. But he's almost like he's very near the goal at all times. Do you know what I mean?
Modric, Kroos, Camavinga, Tchouameni, Valverde.
Oh, God, yeah.
Like he's playing in the 10 because they've got so like
yeah.
you're squeezing. You're not squeezing them in, but like to be able to have quality elsewhere. Like you're not gonna play Camavinga in a 10. You're not gonna play Tchouameni. Valverde maybe.
Yeah.
Modric maybe, but
I think. Well, I think. I don't think Southgate should even play a pivot. To be honest, unless what he could do. This is what I was only saying to the lads the other day. Trent, not to start in midfield.
overload.
If you can, you play a back three of.
He plays a back three.
You play a back three of Walker, Stones, and I don't know, someone else.
Yeah.
You have Trent is a right back, but he's not. He's starting there. He'll come back, but he'll stand in, and then you have your box midfield: Royce, Trent, Bellingham, and Foden.
Yeah.
And it works. Do you know what I
Who's
mean?
you have coming off the bench in the midfield then?
Off the bench,
Yeah.
Madison.
Oh, forget about
Fuck. Their options like the foot.
Bit.
The first three picks itself.
Yeah.
But then after that, it's a bit like who? What other sixes are there?
Mate, well,
6.
like yeah, who will come in as a 6?
Like you couldn't.
Phillips.
Well, he's not playing.
Well,
No, bro.
Phillips is gonna leave in the next week. That will happen.
Yeah.
So how he kicks on now is will be the all important question, but because we all know like he can go somewhere and become the player. That
Unless
do you know what I
Southgate
mean?
brings fucking Henderson as usual.
He might. He might.
Yeah.
He really might. And
Yeah.
if he does, I think it's stupid.
Yeah.
But I think like.
I'd like to see Gallagher get the call.
Oh, Gallagher. Yeah,
Gallagher,
I knew there was someone who was
Gallagher
forgetting.
would be a
Gallagher,
great call.
definitely, yeah.
But then at the same time, like James Madison has been fucking unbelievable for them in the 10.
He's like, yeah. I think you bring Gallagher, you're back up like 6 kind of really, aren't you?
Yeah, you bring Gallagher as a 6, but then like there's been debates over who should start in the 10.
I think it's. Well, I'm obviously going to say it's Foden.
Of course.
I just think that.
Look, he's been doing it for long enough. You would think that Foden would start.
But I think it's just more what we're seeing this season more than any. Where he's playing in midfield. He's actually playing in midfield and he's dominating game. He's went on a consistent form of being like the second or third best player on the pitch.
Yeah.
Consistently.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? He's the one that's winning us. That's been winning us games when we kind of came out of the back end of the form. He's kind of the one that the shining light. Like, do you know what I mean? Rather than like Rodri is just.
Yeah, I think England could do it, but at the same time, like I don't feel it in my heart that they're gonna do
I think this year could be the year though, because you look around the squad, and England have arguably one of the best like performing teams at this moment, like individually.
They've had this for the
No,
last
but I think it feels different. Like you look around,
3-4
right?
years now? At least
Nah, the players were performing, but they weren't all like some of the best players in the league in each position. Almost.
Yeah, bro. Like the thing is, we've had that so many times with England.
Yeah,
and like whatever seems to be going on, I think now more so than ever that they look like they like being around each other. You see the City boys mixing with the United boys or Liverpool boys, whoever it may be. But like, it's just like we say this all the time in the league, like, oh, the club just has bottle in them. That's what England have.
Yeah.
England just have bottle in them.
Yeah.
Like, they just do when they get to the big stage. Like, I think there's a lot of good players there, but at the same time, when it gets to the big stage, other than Harry Kane, I don't see what players are going to step up there.
Yeah.
Foden, maybe.
Jude?
Huh?
Yeah, do you see this
Jude-
thing? I'm
Jude
looking at
could.
this.
Yeah,
this
Jude
new
could.
string of England players that we're only kind of seeing now get from here to here. Like obviously you had your like Sterlings and Rashfords and these kind of players, but these players they were all very good, but they weren't like some of the best in the world. Do you know what I mean? Whereas these lads now are showing. I know Saka's not, his form has been awful, but he did show for like 2 years that he's a very, very talented player and can step up for a team. So you look at like Bellingham and Trent and Rice and Foden and Kane, and you're kind of getting like this kind of, even like Palmer and stuff like that. These players were kind of like, they're shining at a young, and they're kind of dragging the team and being a bit like, come on, the fuck will you, like, you know what I mean? Whereas in certain times I don't think they've had that. I know back then with like Gerrard and Lampard, and they did, yeah, but I know, I think with keeping the same manager, it might actually benefit them because it's the same. It's the same.
I don't look at the England squad and think that they believe they're the best in the world. I don't get that buzz out of them.
Yeah.
Where if I look at the France squad, I look at them boys, whether they win or not, I think them boys genuinely think they're the best in the world.
Yeah.
So like, I think that does take a bit of arrogancy. Obviously, with Argentina winning it, that was like, that's a different scenario. I think that was just purely doing it for Messi and everything that he's done. But like, I look at the England squad and I don't like I said, Bellingham, yeah, maybe 100% he's the best in the world now at the minute. But I don't see them players like stepping onto the pitch other than the games that they should win, like the tough games. I still see pockets in them where they could be better. You know what I mean? I still see players that could be defeated mentally on the pitch. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I think now is the best chance that they're ever gonna have of doing it.
Yeah. Just what's your if you're let's say you're Southgate somewhere, who are you picking? What's your
who 11? Am I picking?
What's your 11?
I don't like the trade the back.
So you're going 4?
Yeah, I go 4 at the back. Picking Stones, Tomori, Shaw, Walker, going Royce, Bellingham, Foden, Saka, Kane, Rashford, I suppose. But like, I don't know.
Probably, I was thinking about the whole Rashford thing. You'd rather probably play a Gordon, or like if it's going off right now, even you might play Grealish as well. Like, do you know what I mean?
Grealish, but like I think off the bat it's Rashford.
It should be Rashford.
Yeah,
it should be. But
why should it be?
Because that lad has the abilities that he has are just like it's so rare. He is so good. Like it frustrates the life out of him. He is so good. He just doesn't do it enough, and that's his biggest problem.
Like,
but that
I don't think that warrants you being able to be started.
But I think like he should, like it's so frustrating because that cunt should be one of the best players in the world. He has bundles of ability. Like arguably better than all these lads that we're talking about in that English, like that. When he's up and running, we seen it last year for that, and he's going. You can't stop him.
I don't think he shouldn't be on the team. I think he should definitely be in the team traveling over. But right now, he shouldn't get called up. For right now, for me, it's Gordon.
No, he should. Yeah, it should be. It probably should be Gordon now. Yeah, but if it wasn't Gareth Southgate, you could see that happening more. But even with Southgate, I can't see Southgate starting. Even Gordon, to be honest, he's a weird manager.
Look, I'm sure we'll see.
Yeah, but I think Trent has to start.
Yeah,
for me,
I think. Yeah.
Like, is this like? Did you watch the Super Copa? Was the Barcelona versus Real Madrid?
No, I didn't watch it.
No,
bro. This is the first time I noticed it yesterday. I was just like, that may have been the blackest time I've seen Real Madrid. As a team.
The blackest.
Yeah.
6 out of 6.
Yeah. They used to always love picking white fellas.
The contingent is very black at Real Madrid, isn't it? Like, you look at like Vinny, Rodrigo,
French,
Bellingham,
the French
Camavinga, Tchouaméni, Mendy, Rudiger, Alaba.
And they all just hang out with each other.
They're just the lads,
But you know what the big thing is? I think is the keeper as well.
Yeah.
Like, you know, when you see the black keeper, like normally they always pick the Spanish number 1 to be in the
have a black
nets.
keeper?
Huh?
Real Madrid have a black keeper?
No, they don't. It's
Who am I thinking of?
Lunin.
No, I'm thinking of Bladen Mendy, boys. What the fuck?
Edward Mendy. The black keeper.
You know when he scored? Remember when he scored? He scored against Barca, didn't he?
Who?
Mendy.
Wait, McFarlane Mendy?
Yeah. Or was it the game before in the league?
I don't know.
No, not in that game.
No, we scored against Atletico. That's what it was. 5-3 against Atletico. I haven't seen him playing in months.
He's always interested.
Yeah.
Real Madrid?
Yeah.
I think it's a very likeable Real Madrid team.
It is.
Innit?
And it's...
Like, they're very likeable as a squad.
Yeah, I think they get along well.
Because they've kind of got... I don't know how to say... There's no cunts in the team anymore. Do you know what I mean?
Well, Rudiger, but I think Rudiger is surrounded.
I fucking love Rudiger.
Yeah,
I
but he's
hate
a
him at
wanker.
Chelsea, but he's a
wanker.
Yeah.
And
I think he's
so
surrounded
good.
by so many decent heads that they bring him down off the perch a little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Them
Like,
lads just look like they have a great laugh, don't they?
yeah.
Like-
I rate him so highly at Madrid as well, boys, honest to God. Rudiger.
He's top draw.
Yeah.
Such a nice Real
Class.
Madrid team, but I'm really liking Rodrigo right now. I feel like he's really coming to his own.
But I do think that they'll lack in the Champions
Who?
League.
Rodrigo.
Oh, Rodrigo, yeah.
You think they're lacking in the Champions League?
Yeah. I think the lack of a striker is going to kill them.
Yeah, but then again, it's Ancelotti. But I still think it could be a City thing.
Yeah.
But I'd like to see that Real Madrid team take it.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't think that Real Madrid team is as good as the one they had last year, to be honest.
Oh no!
Do you know what I mean?
There's still a lot of youth in them. They're still
But
getting
it's
youth.
not even youth. I just think they don't have a nine, and Vinicius is kind of showing he's getting to that weird stage where young players always get, where they're starting to pick up knocks and they get one, they come back and then they get another one, they're out for another one, and it's just kind of happening a little bit for him now. So the uncertainty around that talisman really might like fuck things up a bit in terms of goals. Do you know what I mean? Because obviously you have these, but you do have these great midfielders and stuff who can score goals, but it's just like relying on it is a different thing, you know.
There's a crisis of strikers, man. There's a lack of
There
them.
is. Right, we'll call it there, boys.
Yeah.
Are we doing
Yeah.
predictions anymore?
No, we'll do it next week because we have to go to work. We'll do it next week. We'll be back next week.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Nice to be back.
nice to be back. That was a nice episode. I enjoyed that one.
Yeah.
We'll keep them career paths going. Okay.
Yeah,
Three or four for next week.
Yeah.
Do 3 or 4 for next week. Yeah.
Nice.
And then we'll keep it going. But good to see us, boys. Nice episode. And we'll see you next week.
Yeah.
Come on. Good luck.